My name is Trey Schadt, and this was service speech number 3 out of 3 for COM 181. Tomorrow morning, everyone on the planet is going to have to wake up, leave their comfy bed, and go out into the world. However, over 50% of these people are going to hit the snooze button, and most likely more than once. So what makes it so hard about waking up in the morning? Why is it that some people can get out of bed with no problems, but then for others it's the absolute fight of a lifetime? I have found that waking up early can be an inspiring moment in your day, and the ability to get ahead of the day and the sense of accomplishment you get from doing so are completely unparalleled. Waking up early is better than sleeping in. Ben Franklin once said, "Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." And while that is the most cliche quote that you can say about waking up early, it's also true. 90% of executives wake up before 6 a.m. regardless of what day it is. And studies also show that on average, most self-made millionaires wake up at 4 a.m. But the question remains why? What can you accomplish at 4 a.m. that you can't accomplish at 9 or 10? For many people, the answer to that has little to do with actual work. The true gain you receive from waking up early is the sense of accomplishment you have and the time to be alone with yourself. For example, Starbucks executive Howard Schultz wakes up at 4:30 a.m. to walk his dogs, exercise, and then makes coffee to get the day going. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is already in the gym by 4 a.m. trying to get ahead of the competition. While everyone's routine is different, they all center around one central idea: waking up and working on yourself. The morning is the perfect time to focus on your passions and what you truly want to do. So while it's interesting to hear about how these extremely successful people start off their days, what about us normal, average, everyday Joes? The idea sounds great in theory, but does it actually work in real life? I can honestly say that it does. Personally, I've been trying to wake up at 5 a.m. every day and go for a run, eat breakfast, and then work on some homework assignments that I have. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't do it every day, but it's something that I strive to do as much as possible. And I find that on days that I do wake up at 5, I have more energy, my days feel better, and I'm in a better mood throughout the day. And it feels like since I've already done some of my schoolwork and ran, and I've accomplished those things, then there's nothing in my day that I can't do. The morning only happens once, and it sets the tone for the entire day. If you can win the morning, you can win the day. So going for a run and starting my day off like that, it's nice enough, but most times the hardest part of my day is simply getting out of bed. And I think that the best way to do this is to count backwards from 5. Once you wake up, you can't think about what you have to do that day or how comfortable your bed is. You just have to act and try to put one foot in front of the other. You can talk yourself out of doing anything, but it takes longer than 5 seconds to do it. So whenever you wake up, try to remember and count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then get up. That's all you have to do. Along with the extra time and personal conquest you get from getting up early, it also has a lot of health benefits to it. People who wake up early tend to eat breakfast instead of trying to wake up late and rush out the door, making you have to get McDonald's or some kind of other fast food breakfast. Or, even worse, you might skip breakfast altogether. The problem with skipping breakfast is that it leads to poorer eating habits later in the day. If you're hungry because you missed a meal, you're more likely to eat chips or donuts or snack on other unhealthy foods throughout the day. Along these same lines, starting your day off early can improve your concentration. This happens because the world is still asleep. And because the world's still asleep, you don't have to worry about any calls or texts coming through. There's really nothing that can pull you away from your task at hand, and you can devote all of yourself to something. And I know that it's easy to hear this and just brush it off. I can't tell you how many times I had to go to a practice or meeting early in the morning, and I absolutely hated it. I used to hear people talk about waking up early and think, well, that's great for them, but that could never work for me. Because most nights, I don't get off work till 10, and then even after that, I still have work that I have to do to finish my day. So the thing that I can do to help with this, and the thing that you can do too, is instead of trying to wake up early all together at once, is to ease into it. Because it's true, life can get in the way. So instead of jumping into the deep end, try to wake up just 15 minutes earlier every day. So what that means is within a week, you already have been at your goal. But in the end, everyone is different. No matter what time you wake up or how you go about it, the important thing is that you wake up with purpose. Don't just stumble into your day. Have a direction and a purpose for what you want to accomplish. So with all the successful habits that waking up early can bring, the only real question left to ask is, will you hit the snooze button tomorrow?